Prophet, please, I want to say this. I want to say this. Of course, we don't have scriptures. I feel like sometimes when I post and I'm typing, it's not so clear. People have their own understanding and interpretations of what I'm saying. Hear me by the Spirit. Nah? Hear me by the Spirit. My goal is to edify. My goal is to exhort. My goal is to comfort. My goal is not to condemn. All right? I made mistakes, many mistakes. So learn from me. Um, I know there's no scripture that says dating is a sin, right? If we were to discuss this theologically, Valley would come to a conclusion that there are no scriptures that clearly say people should not date. But what I'm saying is, from my observation and how things have been in the area of dating, a guy will meet a girl and they will secretly bashelane, secretly agree to date, and secretly hate each other, secretly break up, and the guy is hurt, the girl is hurt, and then the cycle continues, the pattern continues, and so much damage is happening, and destinies are being corrupted because there's also this sex outside of marriage that is happening. Of course, there are some of you are strong, some of you are strong. So maybe this may not apply to you, but most people, if you put them in a relationship, you put them, you give them the green light and say date, they are not strong enough, no matter how much scripture they have. If as fun, as fun. So I am putting this suggestion, thinking about the weakest among us. Okay, ibandla lakudala kunezinto that, or traditions that they believed in, that they put in place, that were some of them not necessarily scriptural, but they were so helpful, they were so effective in maintaining the dignity of the church and the purity of the church. Yabo lento le ukuthi bokumele uye emishini ukhulume nomfundisi siqala before you marry a girl, and umjolo was considered a sin and everything. It may not be a scriptural thing, but it was a good Christian tradition that helped to protect the integrity of the gospel. The integrity of the gospel. Kunezinto bazalwane that we can learn from the old church, ibandla lakudala, Ivangeli lakudala. There's things that we can learn that I know they had extremes. I know they were too strict on certain things. I know they were too, just too extreme on everything. Sometimes even on a mere magazine, they would consider it sin to read. But what did that do for the church? That helped protect ubungcwele. That helped protect isidima sebandla. Then, of course, the learned church came, which is our generation. Philosophy, theology, PhD, you name it. So highly intelligent, deep revelations. We did away with the traditions. We removed some of the, some of the limits, some of the. We just just went into this extreme grace, extreme freedom, no walls, no governance, no control, no order. Anyone can just do anything. How's that going? How is that going so far? What is the state of the church right now because of that unlimited freedom, of that unlimited movement, unlimited expression, freedom? You can just be free to do anything. Do you hear what I'm saying? Thing is, sometimes masikhuluma kanje, people are quick to think, but in terms of philosophy, this is not correct. Kunezinto that we need to go back to the church of old, borrow from them, bring them into the current church. Kunama-values that we need to borrow from ibandla lotata uBhengu, lotata uChiliza, lotata. There are things that we need to adopt that used to help them and help protect ibandla lakudala. Oh God, I don't have words to explain what I'm trying to say. Ibandla lamanje is accurate theologically, but we are missing God. Ibandla lamanje is winning arguments theologically. We are ticking the thing in terms of philosophically. Everything is correct. There's a tick, but silahlekelwe ubungcwele, silahlekelwe isidima ngesixhosa, silahlekelwe yi-dignity yebandla. Right now, if you put a lady here, who's an unbeliever, who's a slave queen, and you put a lady here who's born again, there's no difference. And I'm not, oh God. Standa izwe so much that we are even willing to defend it with our theology. We are under attack, but we don't know it because we are correct. We are correct in terms of theology. We are correct in terms of giving you all the scriptures. But we don't know God. We don't know God. Oh, God. We understand the love of God, but we don't understand the judgment of God. We understand that we are saved by grace and not of works. We are saved by grace through faith and not of works. That's what the scripture says. But at the same time, we don't believe the part of the gospel that hurts our flesh. We don't believe the part of the gospel and the part of the scripture that crucifies our flesh. This grace teaches us to deny ungodliness. We don't believe in self-denial, but we embrace self-love. I wish you can hear me ngendlebe emature, ngendlebe ethi lo muntu uzama to build the church. This is not I'm trying to be right a situation. This is not a debate. Try to discern my heart. Try to discern the spirit behind what I'm saying. Try to discern the spirit behind what I'm saying.